I knew it. I damn well knew it. Peacock has now released a little bit of a sneak preview of what is to come when it comes to the upcoming Megamind projects, and I mean, it's just as much a dumpster fire the more you look at it. Now, I've actually, in recent days, been delaying uploads and waiting till beyond 10 PM, because I just knew there was going to be some kind of trailer releasing the same day, and I'd rather not upload in the middle of the night after already releasing for the day. And that's exactly what happened today, and what do you know? Here is a whole new sequence, not actually to the Megamind sequel, this is to the Megamind TV series. Yes, there are 2 projects. It's really hard to follow, especially with the way they've been marketing, but we'll get there in a second. First things first, we have a music video for Megamind Rules. This is not Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate, or whatever the hell that thing was. This one first is the TV series. You can tell visually there's a bit of a difference. In the Rules one, Megamind's wearing like a leather skin tight suit, and then in versus the Doom Syndicate, in the actual movie sequel that's going straight to streaming, still an awful idea by the way, that's the one where it's a bit more of a more classical cloak with the spikes on the shoulders. They both look as bad as each other, but there are all sorts of visuals to see. It also gets confusing actually, so what I'm shuffling here right now is the Megamind Rules footage. It's the music video shuffled in all sorts of different orders, but the characters in it are also multiple of the characters, I believe, that fit into what's going on with the versus the Doom Syndicate. We see the big fire giant and that little girl running around, so it kind of... it either blurs the line, or I guess they're just opening up a Megamind cinematic universe to continue. Either way, it just looks awful the more you look at it. To be fair, there are 2 videos of Megamind that released today by mostly the Peacock Kids YouTube channel. I want to say that I'm ashamed that I'm subscribed to a channel like this, but to be honest, it brought me here to find this news. So maybe I'm not in the wrong, but I'll do it so that you don't have to. But whilst Megamind Rules has at least a little bit more of an organic route to how it wants to present itself, hey, here's a music video, you get to enjoy the sounds, here's some snippets of previews in every different direction, cool, a nice couple of minutes. Fine. On the other side of things, what Peacock really is showcasing as their shining, glorifying moment is not just a little preview of Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate, I'm gonna say the full title every time, of course I am, but it's the whole first 6 minutes. And it highlights something that I think was kind of problematic that I didn't really mention too much from when the first trailers released. They are still, even directly in the movie, this isn't even the TV series that has a longer runtime, in the movie, they are still relying on the original classic footage from the original movie too. The first minute of the sequel is footage of the original movie. They haven't redone it to retell the story in some fantastical, interesting way, because to be fair, it would just look like a low-budget version. No, they just show off, here's the original movie for a minute. They use it as an excuse to keep you up, but like, when has a sequel ever really done a, here, let's follow you up from the last movie? To be fair, there is like a 14-year difference, so I can understand the argument, but it's still a little bit naff. The rest of this footage, with the versus the Doom Syndicate segment, doesn't actually have anyone from the Doom Syndicate. It's only the first 6 minutes. What it really is it's Megamind having his Deadpool moment, talking directly to the camera, and sure, he does that in the narration a bunch, but it just feels a little bit unnerving, before leading into his very first confrontation against a trio of fish people. I don't really know if that fits into the aesthetic of the Megamind world, but let's be honest, both of these projects are pissing on the legacy of Megamind anyway. They didn't even bring back Will Ferrell, and probably nobody else as well. Anyway, this trio of criminals apparently went for a fight 2 days after the ending of the original movie, so no time has passed according to this realm of logic. They bring back some classic callbacks, like the gun that condenses things into dry cubes and is reactivated with water, which they use to create a shark inside of a tank. It's like, yeah, you know. It also, at the same time, as much as it's nice that there are references that they haven't completely forgotten about the original Megamind movie, despite the fact that it entirely removes a lot of the logic established in the first movie and all the thematic follow-throughs from that, but at least they remembered some items. At the same time, is it not just like hopping on the trend of the old so much? It's like, hey look, here's that gun you like, let's just use it some more instead of inventing our own things. Oh, we did invent our own things. 3 boys in fish suits and a generic tank. Go us. You know, I don't know. So comparing the 6 minutes of his baby's first interaction and some mild Deadpool intro mixed with the original movie footage, let's look at the more interesting video. It's much shorter than the 6-minute option. It's just 2 minutes and 10 seconds. There you go, making it to the halfway mark. Come subscribe if you want to keep up with trailer news and laughing at dumpster fires. They're so funny sometimes. But what we do get to see is that the song is made by Adam Lambert. I am not enough of a musician person to care or know who anybody is. I like instrumental stuff. And we get to see a few set pieces from the TV series. Even though, again, as I said earlier, it's very clearly got collaborations with elements of the Doom Syndicate. There's some big robot birds, not to be confused with the bots that Megamind had beforehand. There's a dance party-esque location. Sometimes Megamind runs on the streets and it looks about as barren as you could possibly imagine. It's practically a default set apart from 3 people and a car. Megamind now has a bat signal, which to be fair, is I guess superheroing step 1. There's an element of Roxanne and Megamind swapping places to pretend to be mayor of the town. He gets his own mayoral hall, I guess, now. Eating a donut. What incredible content that must be. And then there's a little bit of this getting a selfie with a child, shooting a laser beam at one of the knights to open an aquarium. There's a lot of an aquarium vibe. The other one was an aquarium. I don't understand why it's so similar. In fact, no. I tell you what. This is footage from Doom Syndicate, because for the majority of this footage, he's still in the spiky suit outfit. So you know what? I just retract everything I say. I can't tell the bloody well difference between all of this. This music video is specifically labeled as Megamind Rules. The previous trailer we saw was all the Doom Syndicate, with one final clip at the end showing Megamind Rules, which is without the actual spiky cloak. But it seems no, the actual skin's tight suit is just what's under the spiky shoulders. So it's all just one big mess. They've somehow managed to spit on Megamind's legacy twice. There's a jetpack chair. Someone's got a scanner over all of the characters inside of a car. It's incredibly standard. And then there's even a point where Megamind just instantly freezes the whole Doom Syndicate and runs on off his way. I thought the whole point of the Doom Syndicate is that he's trying to convince them that he's not the bad guy. Now we've just got full-on moments of the direct action sequences, and it seemed easy too. I feel like even with this very pointless plotline that doesn't make sense in the logic of the world, I have a feeling it's just going to be a super anticlimactic ending as well, you know? The marketing for these projects is so strange and weird, because it's clearly 2 projects. They've mentioned 2 titles. They've mentioned it's a sequel movie and a TV series, but they're advertising them both at the same time, mixing them together, and routinely utilizing footage from the original movies to try to hamper up a kind of nostalgia. But also, the fact that you're using such good quality 2010 animation compared to incredibly shoddy TV 2024 footage just makes your new project look worse. I'm baffled by how poorly this is being managed, and I bet Adam Lambert's so happy that his name's been attached to the next piece of marketing after the initial reveal trailer had the whole internet up in arms over this whole thing. Unfortunately, pretty sure Megamind is not going to get the Sonic face treatment. There's an awful shot of him open mouth smiling while shooting his laser gun in a disco party. Apparently the city shoots up in the sky in a giant dome. That's a nice idea for a set piece. I wish it was in higher quality. And hey, yeah, even footage from the other video, the 6-minute intro had a shark being condensed into a cube. That shows up in this music video. Even though it's titled as Megamind Rules, it's the theme song for Megamind Rules with a generic trailer over Peacock. What are you doing? DreamWorks, how could you let this happen? This movie comes out the 1st of March. It comes out in 8 days, and they have already made so many missteps. It looks so awful, and it's gonna be just a brilliant fire to bring the internet together for memes for a time. Megamind can't emote. His voice sounds not even close to a Will Ferrell impression, let alone the fact they didn't bring Will Ferrell back in the first place. And so many of these set pieces are bland, empty streets or ventilation systems with no obvious, texture to go on. There are multiple videos pointing out every single animation error in that original trailer, and I bet people will find all sorts now. Will Megamind ever get eye contact from another character, or will they all stare at his forehead? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's not thematic to an animation minor detail. Pretty sure that's just one big error. And then with one final shot, we see everyone hugging in a sunset setting, the 2 characters swapping over. I bet you that's like practically the end credits. Or it's the one where Megamind looks like a literal poster cutout with his little bot bird thing. I don't know, man. I think in every regard, this marketing campaign, trying to showcase footage in a cool way with just a generic theme song at the front, just does not do it any favors in any direction. They don't even fix some of the shots that were broken in the previous trailer. I love the lack of attention to detail in this. Through and through, this is just a money grab attempt, gunning for nostalgia, but really aiming for the young new kids that don't know any better. And the only adults that are really going to be coming back to this series are people like me, who watch it for a living. Everybody else, I hope at least, will abandon this thing to have it the least monetized as possible, because it's just so corporate, you know? It's so classical and run-of-the-mill. Not to mention, it's just so obnoxious with the way they've bastardized Megamind's character as if he's gonna be so smarmy and confident about the way this is being treated. It feels so disingenuous because we're not actually on his side this time. But hey, at least it can't get any worse. This will stand as at least an iconic turn of events for the year, but that's not necessarily always the best accolade to have. For now, my name's been Daz. Thank you for making it to the very end. Tell me what animation mistakes you found in this footage, because I'm sure there's loads, and I only watched this trailer once on a quarter time speed because I couldn't be asked to watch it anymore. And I will see you in a little bit.